I'm Noah, and this is my This I Believe essay. The chemistry of baseball. I believe student athletes have an easier time in school. Sports are fun, but school, not so much. I struggle with paying attention in any class where I have to sit still. I've been playing baseball for as long as I can remember, and I am fortunate enough to continue to play here at O'Connor. Athletics are the incentive for me to engage in the student part of student athlete. Even with baseball as my motivation, school presented difficulties. Chemistry was one of those difficulties. It was the second semester of my sophomore year. I just came back to in-person learning after a very long COVID break. Mr. Burton was my chemistry teacher, and I am still extremely grateful that I was enrolled in his class. Chemistry was hard, but Mr. Burton made it much easier to understand. At a certain point, I hit a roadblock in his class. Even with a great teacher, I still could not retain the information being taught. I was terrified I wouldn't pass. Baseball season was 2 months away. Passing grades are a necessity to play baseball for the school. It was simple. You don't pass, you won't play. I spoke to Mr. Burton about how I was doing in his class with honesty, and he came up with a plan to help me with what I wasn't understanding about the material. I would go in early before school almost every morning so that he could explain the concepts I wasn't grasping. He would teach and explain over and over until I began to understand them. He did all of this because he knew how important it was to me and the baseball team. I was only worried about his class. Chemistry was the hardest course I had on my schedule in my sophomore year. I continued to go on for tutoring, which helped me immensely. I believe if I wasn't an athlete, I wouldn't have received the same attention that I did. He gave me priority and helped me every day with everything I was unsure of. I started to understand the material much better, and it made the new lessons much easier to comprehend. If I was not an athlete, I can definitively say I would not have passed my chemistry class. I am extremely grateful for everything that Mr. Burton did for me. He is the reason I believe athletes have an easier time in school.